I know you, Erin, very well, and you know me very well. We couldn't sell ice to an Eskimo if we didn't believe in the type of ice. Okay.
Remember, we had just joined the company and they said, we're coming out with collagen. And we all looked at each other like, collagen? Why do we need collagen?
Don't close your mind to opportunity. Opportunity is out there. And honestly, over the years, it has changed and it is different than it used to look. It is definitely a beautiful way and an incredible addition to many people's lives. Social selling is here right now.
From the business hat perspective, that's legacy. We want something that our whole families can be involved in because guess what? My kids, your kids, we will be gifted this business one day, which is really cool.
Welcome to the I Decide Darlings podcast. I'm Erin.
And I'm Lisa. We are moms, wives, best friends, entrepreneurs, and authors of the book, I Decide, the happy little guide to living your best life. Pull up a chair, grab a glass of wine, and get ready to talk all things health, success, loss, money, family, and everything in between. These two besties won't leave anything off the table.
So get ready to laugh, cry, hear the tips, tools, and stories to give you the success you crave, the life you adore, and the future you deserve. You are listening to the I Decide podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I Decide Darlings podcast. I thought maybe it's the holidays. We would sing a little bit today.
Well, you got to sing your name. Who are you?
I know. Erin Lopez, as always. I feel like one of these days Erin Lopez coming in hot from Houston today. And it is hot today in Houston, which is not cool because it's almost Christmas.
Oh, no. Well, this is Lisa Cox coming in hot from Missouri. And we're about average. We aren't cold. We aren't hot. We're just kind of like 50s, which is fine. It's good. It's a good temperature to get a lot of Christmassy things done out there.
I agree. It's literally, I think, almost 80 today.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but I think a cold front's coming in tomorrow. So yes.
Okay.
But this is kind of fun today. We're just gonna have a girlfriend chat with you about two things. One, we thought it would be fun to reintroduce ourselves. We've been doing this now. Has it been a year?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh gosh, that's crazy. Reintroduce ourselves and talk about something that's really important to us. So Lisa, I'm gonna let you start.
Okay. Well, first of all, this sort of popped up for us because it's almost Christmas. We're about this is being recorded about a week and a day before Christmas. And it's that time of year where you're A, very reflective about the past year. B, you're thinking about the next year and things you want to do, things you want to do different, things you want to do better, all that kind of stuff. And we were talking about how honestly blessed we have been in our lives to between the two of us, we have had successful careers working from home in the home-based business industry and direct sales between the two of us for 45 years. Is that crazy, Erin?
I mean, it's so nuts. So one, how have we been doing this for that long? But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, when we say that number, it really blows me away.
It is. And, a lot of people, and we're not going to go very deep into the different thoughts and feelings on direct sales because all we know is it has been fantastic for our families, fantastic for our incomes. It's been a home run. We've been able to be home with our kids, and social selling, whether you want to face it or realize it or not, is everywhere. It is not the future. It is the now. And so we feel like today, Erin and I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about our stories and how we do it and how we get up and do it every day and how we integrate it into our lives and how we can help you do the same thing if you're looking for something new and something to help you with bills. So, I mean, one of the things, Erin, that we think about this time of year are expenses. So talk a little bit about that and how something like this can be added into someone's life to help with expenses that are extra or hard to cope with.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I go back down that road of, one being single, and that's when I was, in the 9 to 5 world and, counting every penny, every dollar, because we all love to love on others and give gifts. And in my family, you know, gift giving is a pretty big thing. But also, like when we got married, and I go down that route so many times because it's a part of, I think, everyone's journey to climb the path of success. And I think some people are still climbing it, some people will always be climbing it. We'll always be climbing it because I feel like there never is a top point, because we can always be better. But my heart is tender this time of year when it comes to the holidays and gifting and giving back to others. And so, yeah, I mean, I think about that often. We are extremely blessed, both of us, our families, countless of others. And I was one of those people that you mentioned earlier, that was a never say never case. I mean, I said I would never work in this industry. But like you said, we're surrounded by it daily. So we're both so passionate in terms of helping people understand what it is we do, but even more importantly, like helping others be in a situation where the finances, the time, it's just it's mind blowing what we have at our fingertips, and I'm never ever taking that for granted, for sure.
Well, and I think what you said, and one of the key factors in social selling and having success in this industry and in this sort of category of businesses and as an entrepreneur is you have to have a product line that you believe in, a product line that you trust, a product line that you are just really proud to represent, because I
Mhm.
know you, Erin, very well, and you know me very well. We couldn't sell ice to an Eskimo if we didn't believe in the type of ice, okay? Because
Yeah.
we're not BSers.
Mm.
Let's just say it. We're not BSers. And we're not the type
No.
of people to like say, oh, this is great. This is
Mhm.
great. You're gonna love this
Mhm.
product if
Mhm.
we know that they're not going to. And
Yeah.
so that to me is number one. If you're thinking, I could possibly do something like this in the new year. I could start a home based business. I could add this into my income, but you don't know what you love. You need to start digging deep then and
Mhm.
find something that you love. For me, it was always health and wellness products. And so the fit with this company that we're with, Modere, is perfect because
Mhm.
I have been obsessed with finding things to make my family and my body and our lives healthier and happier and just thriving in the category of health. For me, health is wealth, and so
Mhm.
this category for me was a natural fit. Well, what you need if you're going to look into a home-based business or a direct sales company, it's got to be a perfect fit for you, because then when you're screaming it from the mountaintops or you're whispering it in your best friend's ears, you believe in what you're talking about. So
Mhm.
number one is product.
For sure. And I want to keep going on that because you are like the epitome of health. And I think, for you, it was a perfect match. For me, it's a perfect match. Maybe not as much on the health route, but because I saw what it was like working for a company that was a niche market. And when I say that, like just women's products, just selling to women. When we found Modere, I was very business smart and business savvy to know that I wanted longevity. Not only did I want to work with you, but I wanted longevity, that I wanted to be able to stand behind products that I loved, that were going to help my family. And for me, as a like if I put on my business hat, Modere was the perfect fit for us because it didn't matter how old they were, it didn't matter what gender we were, it didn't matter any of that. There is a product for everyone. So for me, and my kids were littler when I started this. So
Mhm.
for me, it was an aha moment of the things we were putting in and on our body, much less my children. I mean, do
Mhm.
you remember the moment that I got all of my products and I went around to each bathroom and I was mortified because I didn't even really think about, the products that I was purchasing because I was just buying them down the street because it was easier. So such a, an eye opener, mind blowing, really turning point for me then too, being a younger mom. I wasn't younger, but my kids were younger. Um, yeah, but I agree with you. I mean, we always say you have to be obsessed with what you're doing, and there are boundaries to obsession. But yeah, I mean, I think for sure that's products are number one. I think number two is kind of what we mentioned earlier is longevity. I mean, I think anyone, not anybody, but most people can be successful when you jump into a business, when you're super excited. It's new to you, it's new to your audience, it's new. For me, like 8 years later, you and I are still just as excited as we were day one, and it only keeps getting better. And I think that true success is longevity, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with that. It's definitely a disciplined business for over a long period of time. You can definitely have early success and make money instantly, but the long-term residual income is what comes when you have that audience that knows, loves, and trusts you,
Yeah.
and a company that's always bringing out new innovations. A legacy company like what we have found is rare in the market. There's a lot of companies that just throw out a product at everybody and they hope it sticks to the wall. Okay.
Mhm.
But when it doesn't, they don't have anything else to really sell or talk about. And that's the thing that we are also blessed with. And if you're looking at companies, make sure it's a company that has legacy products that will withstand the test of time, be like Erin said, open and available to all genders and ages, because you don't want to cut off your market by having it just be for a certain age group or a certain type of person, because then when those people aren't interested, then you're out of luck. So
Mhm.
you're looking for someone, a longevity type of company that's legacy. And legacy basically means that they have all these things. They have the right products, they have the innovation behind it, they're bringing out new and exciting products every single year. We have been at a company before. I have been at a company before where they would bring out maybe one product a year. If I was lucky, I would hold my breath till that product came out. And if it wasn't a big hit, then I was out of luck for the year.
Yeah.
Well, where we work now, we get 4 to 6 new products a year, and they have been phenomenal, each and every one of them. And so that's another thing that we know, having been in the industry for so long, that is completely important and imperative to your success, is to always be having something new to talk about, something new and exciting, something relevant to what's going on in the world. For example, and we just did a podcast on this, but we
Mhm.
have an all natural Ozempic product. So right now, everyone's talking about the shots and weight loss. And our
Mhm.
company comes out with a product that's all natural. The ingredient deck reads like your garden, no joke. And people can get it without a doctor. And it gives you these incredible results of weight loss and blood sugar. So the only reason why I mention that is because you want to be with a company that's looking at what's happening in the market, and
Mhm.
you want that company to be bringing you things that people are interested in
Mhm.
for a
Yeah,
long
I
time.
mean, it's again taking me back. Remember, we had just joined the company and they said, we're coming out with collagen. And we all looked at each other like, collagen?
Yeah.
Why do we need collagen? I mean, these are things that are not just like it's not spaghetti thrown on the wall. So, again, I love what you say with legacy, that it's a company that is hopefully and always 2 steps ahead of the marketplace of knowing and foreshadowing. Guess what? That's not our forte. We just are really great at talking about it. The company behind the scenes knows trend market, what's coming, all of those things that, again, from the business hat perspective, that's legacy, and we want something that, our whole families can be involved in, because guess what? My kids, your kids, we will be gifted this business one day, which is really cool, that I don't think people understand as well. So, yeah.
It's a business that can be willed to our
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
It can be passed down through generations, and they can take over this business, or it could be sold. It could be sold to
Mhm.
another individual. So you're not just building something that if you stop doing it, it goes away. And
Yeah.
again, the thing is, in network marketing and in home sales, people buy from someone they know, love, and trust. Like, Erin, I know you, I love you, and I trust you. When I want something for a specific whatever, I will message you and say, what do you recommend?
Yeah.
That's how we buy these days. That's how the world buys these days. And so if you are that person where you build your own brand and the people are watching you because they know you, they love you, they trust you, and then you introduce them to a product, they're going to buy from you.
Mhm.
And people honestly would rather buy from someone they know, love, and trust than someone they don't know at all or pick it up off a shelf. I could show you probably 20 things in my cabinet that I have purchased because someone said, oh, you need to try this. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay. And I get online and I order it. I'm the world's biggest sucker. Well, guess what? That's how the world shops these days. And so
Yeah.
our job is to carry that on, is to
Mhm.
be the one that's trustworthy, to bring out the right products, and with our excitement and our own belief, that's how we sell. And that's why it's so fun. Like every day we make money because we're talking about things that we love. It's
Mhm.
not that hard. It's definitely not brain surgery. It's
Yeah, and I think there's that hurdle, and for anyone who does say, they're like, "Oh, I'd rather buy, I'll buy it from Target, Walmart." My thought on that is like, why? Like, I know so many people who have a home-based business, not just in our company, and I value so much how hard they work. And at the end of the day, this is just like they are bringing money home for their family,
Mhm.
just like your spouse maybe who goes to a 9 to 5 job, or just like you do that you go to a 9 to 5 job.
Mhm.
So you better believe we are the type that I would much rather buy something from somebody I know, love, and trust, like you said, that has their own entrepreneurial business, because I can help them and I can support them. And I know that they are working hard for it. So I just, you see people sometimes that are like, well, I don't want to buy something a home based business. Like, it's like the most craziest thing I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah.
it's the opposite. But again, what I love, again, I am that story of a never say never, because I was uneducated. But what I love even most about all of this, we have to mention community really quickly, and we have to mention the fact that this is a business for what we love to say is anytime, sometimers, and or part-timers, sometimers, and full-timers. Let me say that
Mhm.
again. Part-time, sometime, and full-time. Because let our 45 plus years of experience let us feed into you and show you exactly what to do, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And that is what I love about this, is because whether you not have a little bit of time, sometime, or full time, we can help you fit into those little nooks and crannies, whether you're sitting in carpool and you can do it from your phone, or you have an hour a day to do something. It is our job, it is our duty, it is our passion to help people figure out how to do just that and work smarter, not harder. And like, I feel like you and I, there's so many topics you and I love to talk about, but I'm kind of like enjoying the fact that you and I are getting so passionate about it.
I get all riled up,
I
Aaron.
mean, seriously.
When I got into this industry, and it was for me 29 years ago, I started, and I was a baby. I was a young mom. I had little girls at home. I wanted to be home with them. I had a real estate career, but it was taking me outside the house. I was paying a nanny to watch my kids. I wasn't happy with that. Neither was Steve. We wanted to be the ones that were raising our children, not a babysitter or a nanny. And so for me, it was almost like an accidental find when I realized that I could do a home-based business and make money and be home with our girls. And it was when I realized the power and the potential behind that, I
Mhm.
literally went nuts with it. And I
Mhm.
have gone nuts every day with it ever since, because it's been such an incredible gift to our family and to our lives. And
Mhm.
so for me, when we talk about it, and in fact, Erin and I wrote a digital course about this, about how to help you get started in a home-based business, and giving you the knowledge and information that we've learned over the years on how to do it and how to do it successfully.
Mhm.
And we'll give you that information. But the thing about it for us is this: don't close your mind to opportunity. Opportunity is out there, and honestly, over the years, it has changed, and it is different than it used to look. It
Mhm.
is definitely a beautiful way and an incredible addition to many people's lives. Social selling is here right now.
To stay. Yeah.
today. It's not the future, it is right now, and it works. Social selling works. It's using the power of your belief and your mind, everything. Okay, and the other thing is, and Erin, you touched on it, but we'll go there and I'll let you take over. But community. Okay, my best friends
Yeah.
in the whole world, I've met through network marketing. They're like my
I
family.
mean,
It's crazy.
agreed, agreed, and, like, I would trade all the money in the world for the people that I have met on this journey. I mean, like, it is so funny and so amazing to hear our girls talk about, like, our closest friends are the people that we work with. It's the people that we work with, and why? I think it's because we understand the journey, we understand everything, but yeah, I mean, community, 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 I really think is why people join this business. And I know that it's why they stay with this business.
Mhm.
The products, everything, yes, absolutely. They meet in the middle, but there are so many young moms, middle moms, older moms who we know what it's like to be at home with your kids and you don't get out of the house or all of those things. And people join our business for this, right?
Mhm.
They join it because they want another mom to see them and to feel heard and to join a group of women and men, but feel a part of something.
Mhm.
And the finances are the blessing and the cherry on top that come with it because they come with the when you're with partner with a great company with great products and great people, like it's a home run. So
Mhm.
I can't like go on enough about, when we get together events, which by the way, there's one in Houston coming up here soon, which everyone is invited to because it's in Houston.
Yes.
But like that's where our cups are filled is that when we get to be in a room with those people that we usually see like this on Zoom, online, and then we get to be with them in a room and hug and love and be with them, like that's where the magic happens. So
Mhm.
I always love to say people that tell people is that, the money's great. The money is great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you mentioned a little bit of why you got into this. I made a lot of money before I got married working in a corporate job. And so
Mhm.
when I did have babies and I hung up my heels, then I started looking for all of those little gigs that allowed me to be home with my girls, and it was the Etsy, it was the clothing, it was all of the little things that they were great. Why? Because I wanted the community. I wanted something to do, but they weren't paying me financially what I felt like my time was worth. I was spending too much time like out of the house, getting a babysitter, not being there for bath time, whatever, until I found this. And that's when it was like the beautiful trifecta of the products were there, the people were there, and the money was there.
Mhm.
And again, it hasn't stopped from day one. So I know we both feel like this. I mean, we were friends before this, but
Mhm.
over the past, 8 years, we are like soul sisters, diehard best friends because of a business like this.
Yeah, it's
So
so
thank
true.
you.
Well, and the last thing I want to talk
Yeah.
about is, and we've touched on it throughout this whole conversation and chit chat today, but is the time freedom.
Uh,
And I am definitely at that age. I empty nester, just became a grandma. My husband and I love to travel, and I cannot imagine being
mhm.
tied to a desk job. And I love the time freedom that I get to pick and choose when I work. I do work every day. I really do. And that's my choice because I want to keep growing and building this organization and my business and everything that we're doing. I want to, I'm really still wanting to advance it. So I haven't given up or retired in any way, but I have the time freedom to
Mhm.
travel and I can check in on my business from anywhere in the entire world,
Mhm.
and that also can be a huge gift to your family if you're looking to build something that down the road you can leave your desk job and go have some time freedom and do some traveling but still have an income and still have a business that you're running. It's possible here, and that has been, well, it's all been a gift, Erin, but that probably is the biggest gift of all. Because right now, when my daughter calls and says, "Hey, can you come over and help with the baby?" I can drop it all and run over there and help with the baby and come back and catch up when I'm done. It's perfect. It's a
Yeah.
dream.
I agree. I agree. So here's where we'll wrap this up. No pun intended for Christmas. But like Lisa mentioned, we have an amazing course that we poured our heart and soul into, of wanting others to really see what it is we do, how we can help you, and sharing is caring. So guess what? It is absolutely free. So we will drop it in our show notes. You're going to see us do some fun things coming out with us pushing this out, because we want you to get your hands on it. We also want you to join us. We want you to join our business and lock arms with us, because we have so many big plans for 2025. We want you to be a part of it. And the past 8 years have been a crazy, wild, amazing, fun ride. And 2025 is going to be even better.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm so excited.
I have chills now. I'm glad we did this. I mean, we both have known how excited it is, but like, again, we get so fired up about this.
I know it's in our souls, and it's our hearts. So it's our truth.
It's easy to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess that kind of goes back to everything we were saying before. Like, find something that you're excited about, passionate about, and a little bit obsessed with, and you're golden.
That's easy to talk about then. So, well, awesome. Thank you, Erin. I love it. And to our guests, Merry Christmas. If we don't get back in your ear before or after Christmas, have a wonderful holiday season. And we love you so much. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Ditto to everything she said. Merry Christmas, everyone. And as always, share this out. And thank you for listening to the I Decide Darlings podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
You've been listening to the I Decide Darlings podcast. If this podcast touched your heart, please share it with your friends and family right after you subscribe yourself.
Don't forget to head over to iDecideBook.com and grab a copy of our favorite book and daily journal. As always, thank you for being here, and we can't wait for you to hear our next episode.